Thank you for joining me in another episode of Spiritual Criminals. And I am your sister, Earth Healing Angel. Thank you so much, Earth Angels, for joining me in this new episode where we will continue to talk about spirituality. We're dealing in these sessions here about soul trapping, destiny swapping, energy harvesting, and siphoning. And so today, what I want to talk about, to educate you on, what I would love to talk to you about are dreams indicating that your destiny is being used by someone else. It's being harvested. It's been swapped. Your energy is being siphoned and harvested. And so some dreams, let's go through them spiritually and in spiritual warfare, and those who are familiar with the realm of spirituality and coming from families, as I mentioned in the introduction, part 1, of particularly those of us who are Yasharal or who are coming from African descended family, Native Americans, or any other type of very spiritual culture. Okay, you'll be familiar with different dreams that indicates that your soul has been trapped. I want to start off with a scripture in Isaiah, because I don't want to just educate you, but to empower you how to retrieve your soul back, how to untrap yourself. In Isaiah chapter 49, verses 24 and 25, it says, "Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered?" So what this is saying, shall those who are being trapped or oppressed by a strong and mighty person or people, should they be taken away? Can they be delivered? Is the question being asked here. In verse 25 it says, "But thus says the Most High Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty, the captives of the strong, shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible." Anyone who's been under dark arts, under sorcery, you become a prey to these mighty ones. But Yah is more mighty, and Yah says, you being the prey of the terrible oppressor, you shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contended with thee, and I will save thy children. In your own spare time, go into verse 26 of Isaiah 49 and 26 and read that offline. What Yah is saying he's gonna really do to these people who have been soul trapping you, fragmenting your soul, destiny swapping. I want you to really go in there and see what he's saying. So let's get right into the point here. Dreams indicating destiny swapping and soul trapping. If you're having dreams of swimming in clean or dirty water, you see yourself swimming in pools in the ocean in your dream, that's a sign of your soul trapping or destiny swapping. Dreams of being stuck in mud, dreams of eating and drinking. You should not eat and drink in your dreams. It's a trap of ensnaring you. It's also a trap to bring sicknesses and diseases on you. This is why it's so important to understand spirituality and what dreams really mean. A lot of us we lack the knowledge, and we over spiritualize these particular dreams. We think Yah is in them, especially when you're having them repeatedly. And all this time, Satan is blinding you and tricking you, and he's stealing your destiny. Someone is siphoning all your powers and energy. If you have dreams of seeing you being padlocked, a padlock over you, that's an indication of soul trapping and destiny swapping. Someone is using your energy. Sex in the dream is another one. When you have sex in the dream, they're stealing all of your good things, your miracles. They're stealing your finances. Do you notice if you have these dreams, you start struggling a lot financially? You lose opportunities. If you're married or if you're in a relationship, all of a sudden the person doesn't want you anymore. You're having a lot of trouble in that relationship or marriage. Dreams of you shopping in a marketplace, that shows your destiny is in the market. It's on the market for sale. Your destiny has been exchanged. The market is where you purchase things. There's an exchange going on. Dreams of you sitting for an exam, a college or class exam. Dreams of you visiting your old home where you grew up, your former town, your former friends or people you used to be in communication with. Dreams of being back at former schools and with your former classmates. All of these are dreams showing that your soul is trapped and your destiny has been swapped. Dream of being back at, I just mentioned that, dreams of spider webs, of being entrapped in webs. If you're seeing yourself with spider webs around you, or you're entangled in a spider web, that's an entrapment. You're being chained. You're being in fetters. Dreams of communicating with people consistently who you do not know, talking to them. They're monitoring spirits. Dreams of speaking with dead relatives. When you're talking with a dead relative, and particularly one who died of a disease, this is another way that the destiny swappers are trying to make sure they delete you so they can continue on using your destiny, using your wealth and success. Dreams of being stuck in a particular spot or space, etc. I can go on and on. These are all dreams indicating that you're being trapped. A lot of times we over spiritualize things, and Satan has put blinders over us. I'm not saying, if you had one of these just one time or so, yeah, it may not be this, but a consistent, just follow the trend. If after you've had these types of dreams and you see hell breaking forth in your life, it's a form of retrogression. They're retrograding you to go backwards, because the point of this type of swapping, soul trapping, energy harvesting, they cannot continue to use your energy or tap into your aura and energy field if you are being successful. So they have to send these dreams. These are spells and rituals and incantations to set you backward or to cause untimely death. So they would continue to go on. And I can tell you a story. I lost a very dear sister and best friend through this. Her destiny was stolen. And they robbed her until they did things to get her out of this earthly realm. You know what I'm talking about. It's very deep. One day I'll get into that story a little bit more if I'm led. Okay? So here are some tips that can help you to call your soul and destiny back by saying affirmations and scriptures, such as the one I read earlier. You can say, for example, the prey is taken from the mighty, and the lawful captive. I am delivered. For you, Yahweh, you said, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For you will contend with him that contended with me, and you will save my children, my lineage. You can say stuff like that through affirmation. You can do chakra meditation, particularly your solar plexus and your root chakra. The reason is the root chakra is what keeps you grounded, what keeps you stable. And your solar plexus is your creativity. It's your will, it's your power. And so once you have that balance and clear, it's hard for anyone to tap into your aura fields, okay? Doing yoga, qigong, tai chi, these help to balance your energy and help you to stay grounded. Deep meditation of calling your power back and visualizing your soul and destiny being retrieved. In the process, visualize in your meditation, your soul fragmentations are coming back to you from any trapped places, spaces, dimensions, portals, vessel, trees, elements, luminaries, etc. I will talk more about this in another episode. So I want to leave you with this particular scripture affirmation in Psalms 1:24-7 that says, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we are escaped. So the snares, the traps, these are the areas your soul has been trapped into. You can take this affirmation and personalize it. My soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers, or out of the snares of the traps. The snare is broken and I have escaped. All praises and esteem be unto the Most High. It doesn't matter. Call your destiny back. You are empowered by the Most High to do so. And I am sending you energy healing and deliverance upon this particular audio you're listening to. Take care of yourself. Until next time, Shalom. I love you, beloveds.